co-defendants come to my cage, and he said, what did you fucking do that for? I said, because he's a cunt. Why? What's he done to you? I said, well, I'll tell you what he's done for me. I said, he comes to my fucking cage and has a chat every day. He hasn't been to fucking see me for 2 days. I said, who does he think he fucking is? Anyway, you ain't going to guess what happened.
Go on.
He was only on trial. He wasn't even in the jail. But when you're on trial, them days, they should take you about 7 o'clock in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's out of jail for a couple of days, so that's why he never come to me cage. Anyway, I got fucking right upset over it. I said to his co, I said, hey, listen, I thought he was blanking me, mate.
Yeah.
He said, well, you took the liberty there, Chaz. I said, well, I fucking know that. You don't have to tell me that. Anyway, he got 20 years, and I bumped into him a couple of years later up in Full Sutton.
Yeah.
And he's out on the field, and I said, hey, come here, I want to see you. I says, come round here. And I took him round where the toilet is. I said, right, fucking gym me. He said, what? I said, go on, fucking gym me. I said, I know you want to. I said, so you might as well gym me and get it over and done with. I said, because I feel fucking bad over what I've done to you.
Yeah.
He said, no, I'm not going to chin you, Chaz. I said, fucking chin me, for fuck's sake. You feel better, and I'll feel better and all. But he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And he was a lovely fella. And years later, down in Whitemore Jail, he fucking got over the wall.
Did he?
Yeah, got over the wall. Six of them.
Wow.
Yeah, got over the wall. But they all got caught on the other side of the wall. But it was some feat. Honestly, it was.
Amazing that, like.
He's 20, got out. On the Good Friday. Yeah, the Good Friday agreement, he got out. And he went back to Ireland, you know. But if I ever saw him outside, I'd tell him again, come fucking chin me, you know.
Yeah. Hey,
so bad, honestly.
Did you get that message off Richard about that guy who got in touch with me?
It's true.
Amazing,
because
that.
as soon as he said Martha Jenkins, that was my grandmother.
Wow.
Because my mother's side is all Welsh.
Well, I've put him in touch with Richard, so it's another connection for you.
Yeah, of course. Where is he living now?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. He reached out on social media and just said, you know, he sent us.
Definitely true. Because as soon as he said Martha Jenkins, that's my late grandmother, my mum's mum.
Wow. It's amazing.
In the family, in my mum's family, they were actually Lord Mayor of Aberystwyth.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that, mate. Well, that's good. So he's going to get in touch with Richard.
I'm
so
pleased the Irish thing. He was pleased with that.
No, he was delighted, mate. He's got, as I say, the you know, he's got that sorted out now. He's going to work with Brendan Quinn. Do you remember I sent that book in for you a while back, Brendan?
Yeah.
So Brendan's going to be the main focus of it. But the idea is after the success of the Craze documentary where he did that one with me about my life, he wants me to present it a bit like Ross Kemp does on these gangland things. So this year we're going to do The Irishman, then he's going to do another one next year, and another one next year until he's got a box set. So it's a good idea.
One on the Scotch people and all.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it would be a great idea.
Jimmy Boyle.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
I was on a TV documentary with Jimmy Boyle.
I remember that, yeah. I think I've got that somewhere, you know.
I can honestly say I get on great with the Irish lads. I love the Irish people. And I don't like the serious terrorists, the bombers who blow up fucking shops. I don't like them people. But the Irish people in prison, if ever there's trouble, they're in the front line.
Yeah, different breed them, aren't they?
If there's a roof going or a riot going, they're involved. And I respect them for that, I really do, because they fight for their rights, mate.
Yeah, they're a different breed, but they're a loyal breed, the Irish.
Yeah, I met Dingus McGee and all.
Did you?
Yeah, Dingus McGee. Met him in Belmarsh.
Yeah, I mean, that's another character there.
Oh, fucking not many. God, very dangerous man. And do you know what? Do you remember the Warrington bombers?
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
The IRA bombers?
Yeah.
Dingus put it on them in Belmarsh.
Did he really?
You filthy cunt. If you're going to bomb someone up, bomb the police up, or the MPs up. Don't be bombing little kids up out shopping with their dads.
Yeah, I mean, they looked at it as a war, didn't they? That was the thing. They thought it was war.
That's the only thing, see. And what you've got to realise, that the Irish people over the centuries have been brutalised by us, you know.
Well, that's it, I mean, we always complain about what they did to us, but over the years, we were no better to them, really. And I mean, like, it's like when people talk about, like, you know, when the Newcastle takeover was going to go through, and people were talking about Saudi Arabia, and they're saying the humanitarian rights and all that, but then, you know, we colonised half the world.
I know, but the truth is, it's not our fault what we done 200 years ago, is it?
No, but then you could say the same about Saudi now. In 200 years' time, they might have learned different ways, and they deserve a chance to, like, change, don't they?
I agree with you there.
100%, mate. 100%. It's
I've always got on with the Irish lads.
No, the Irish are good. The Scottish are good. There's good. I guess there's good in all kinds of people, though, Charlie. There's good and bad in all people, isn't there?
I saved him a bloody good hiding, Johnny Walker.
Did you?
Yeah, in the shower.
Oh, what was happening there, like?
Up in old 1975.
Right.
I went into the shower, just come out the gym.
Yeah.
And he was in there having a shower. I said, all right, Johnny. His name was Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
Which is a great name because he was a hooch maker and all. And I always knew he was innocent.
Yeah.
And half a dozen London boys come in, you know.
Yeah.
They had stuff in their socks, you know. I was going to weigh him in. I said, nah, fucking hell. I said, if you're going to do him, you've got to do me an old mate. I said, he's an old man for fuck, because he was over 50 when he got nicked.
Yeah.
I said, he's an old man for fuck's sake. And I said, you don't even know if he's fucking... I said, he's been stitched up for fuck's sake. Anyway, they never done him, and he never ever forgot me for that, because I bumped into him again in Long Larton.
Right.
And he used to give me a couple of bottles of hooch every Saturday night.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was the number one hooch maker in Long Larton.
Ah, he sounds like a bit of a boy, like.
And like I say, with a name like Johnny Walker, he's got to be an hooch maker, hasn't he?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But they was all innocent, them Irish lads.
Yeah, a lot of them got convicted, and, well, just the way it was back in those days, wasn't it? They just got chucked away for...
If you was Irish and you was in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to break for fucking life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He got 21 life sentences, Johnny Walker.
They were just statistics, weren't they? They weren't bothered about the people. They were just, you know, as you said, they were Irish.
They just wanted to nick somebody, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But as long as they got somebody away, and it kept the public happy, didn't it?
Hey, Steve. Right, just imagine being married, you got a couple of kids, and you're nicked for a crime you haven't done, and you end up in jail doing a life sentence.
Yeah.
How do you survive that?
Unbelievable, isn't it? And there'd be so many people who've been in that.
Your family are getting bricks thrown through the fucking window.
Yeah.
You married a terrorist bastard.
Did you ever come across Bamber? Jeremy Bamber?
Back Jeremy Bamber. I'll tell you a story about him. Fucking, and this is 100% this good mate of mine walked into Jeremy Bamber's cell in Long Larton. He had a black geezer up his arse while he was sucking a black man's cock.
Never.
On my life. He's what you call a prison puff.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. Oh, he's banging to that. It was the same in Wakefield. He's banging to it.
And would you say...
When he come to prison, he was a good-looking fella.
Do you think Bamber was guilty then?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of them cases, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like...
It's one of them fucking cases.
I've watched... There was a programme on recently, on TV. There was like a 4-part programme on him. And I've got to be honest, the evidence that they laid out, it would say that he probably didn't do it, but it's just such a... The
only dodgy bit about that is because his sister was a schizophrenic.
That's the problem.
And she was supposed to have shot herself, but it was proven without a shadow of doubt she couldn't have done it because it was a rifle.
Yeah. So who did it? That's the thing. It's a.
Did he do it? We're gonna never know, mate. To be honest.
Nah, I mean,
if he did do it, fucking hell, he's on his way to hell, isn't he?
Oh God, I mean, killing.
He was getting moved from Whitemore to Long Larton, and the Cat Avans had a smash.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
He got compensated for that.
Killing the 2 kids was the thing, wasn't it? He killed the 2 young kids.
It was his sister. He was an uncle to them 2 kids.
And I mean, you know, he was off his head on drugs. His sister was mental, and it looked like his girlfriend was the one who dropped him in it, wasn't it? She was the one who said
if he did do it, it was for the money, wasn't it? Insurance.
Yeah. I knew a guy in Manchester who
did it.
Fucking
evil cunt if he did do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was the arrogance as well, wasn't he? He was a bit like Ted Bundy when he was in court.
Yeah.
You know, Ted Bundy, I mean, I've watched a couple of documentaries on him.
He gets loads of visits, though.
Oh, I bet he does. Of
the girls.
Yeah, because that's just the way some of these girls are wired, isn't it? The right of these convicts.
If they only knew he was sucking bell ends, mate. Fucking hell, he's kissing them on the visit, goes back to his cell and he's got a big fucking cock in his mouth. Fucking hell. I don't know why that hasn't ever come out of that.
Well, it might do one day.
It's a fact of life.
It might do one day, mate. You never know.
I'll fucking write a book about it.
What's it going to be entitled? The ins and outs of Jeremy Bamber.
Jeremy Gobbler Bamber.
Well, I'm gonna have a cup of tea, mate. And I'm having a slice of Christmas cake tonight.
Oh, you're spoiling yourself there, man.
Well, you know it's the same as you, the one with the marzipan on.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and Dawn's got
You had a good time yesterday, didn't you?
We had a good day, mate. I'm glad we managed to get you round to speak to everybody. It must have been good for you, that.
Brilliant, man.
Yeah, you got a chat with everybody, so that was great, mate.
Hey, we couldn't have done that 10, 20 years ago.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
See, prison has got better, hasn't it?
Well, it has in a lot of ways, mate. You know, you've got a few things now you never had, you know, but a lot of it's to do with you've changed yourself, Charlie, for the better. You know what I mean?
Oh, without that, bloody hell.
You know, and you've got your Christmas day to look forward to now with your dinner. So I'm pleased for you.
Christmas out of the way, and then I'll be away next year, Whiteball, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Aye.
I'm there, I can do my own cooking then. Apparently, what I've been told, they've got a greenhouse on the exercise yard.
Have they?
Grow their own tomatoes, corn on the cob.
Oh, excellent. Well, that'll be good for you.
Fucking be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just kind of wait for the hotter days, mate. You must be bloody freezing again the night, are you?
Oh, it's fucking freezing. I'm sleeping in a refrigerator, mate.
God.
I was that cold the other night. I rolled out of bed and done 50 press-ups. Fucking warmed myself up and got back in bed.
Well, at least you're warming yourself with press-ups and not a cock in your mouth and your arse, Charlie. That's the main thing.
Anyway, the buzzer's gone. I'll love you and leave you.
Take care, mate. God bless.
Respect, brother.
Take care.